Now coming to the next subtopic under the retirement of partnership firm or a death of a partnership firm, regarding the treatment of workman compensation reserve, regarding the treatment of investment fluctuation reserve under the when the partner retire, how we'll do the treatment. So this investment fluctuation reserve or workman compensation reserve we transfer to all partners capital account, including the retiring partners or deceased partners, including, so all partners capital account in their old ratio, previous ratio. Okay, I'm giving you one question related to the accounting treatment of investment fluctuation reserve and accounting treatment of workman compensation reserve. Specifically to this particular topic, at the time of retirement or at the time of death of a partner, when the partner died, how we'll do the treatment. So I'm giving you one question based on these two topics, specifically investment fluctuation reserve and workman compensation reserve. So read the question. I'm giving the question, read it, pause the button, read it carefully, and thereafter try to understand how I am solving it. So the question is, A, B and C are partners in a firm sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 3:2:1. The A, B, C are partners. In between them, profit sharing ratio is A, B and C are partners. They are the partners. Profit sharing ratio in between them is 3:2:1. This is the profit sharing ratio between them. C retired from the firm. This partner is going to retire from the firm. He retired from the firm. C retires from the firm. And A and B agree to share future profit equally. A and B, this was the previous ratio. Now the new ratio after the retirement of the C, the profit sharing ratio become equal. Now A and B has decided to share the profit equally. So retirement or death of a partner or admission of a partner or change in profit sharing ratio, you know that it comes under the reconstitution of partnership firm. Partnership firm is going to reconstitute. Only partnership will change, but partnership firm will continue. Partnership will change means the agreement between the partner will be changed with the and new agreement will come into existence with the continuing partner enter into the new agreement. So partnership will dissolve, but partnership firm will continue. Then this is called reconstitution of partnership. So here the partnership is going to reconstitute after the retirement of C, and the new ratio between them will be, in between A and B will be 1:1. Give the journal entries on C's retirement on the following case. Number 1, read it carefully. Number 1, workman compensation reserve in the books at rupees 1 lakh. It means what? In the balance sheet, liability side, this side, liability side, workman compensation reserve is reflecting how much? 1 lakh. Workman compensation reserve appear in the books means appear in the balance sheet at rupees 1 lakh when there is a claim of rupees 40,000 against it. At the time of retirement, there is a claim against the workman compensation, and claim is how much? Claim is 40,000 is the claim. So what we do, the claim at the time of retirement against the workman compensation is only rupees 40,000. So when there is a claim of rupees 40,000, so what we do, this amount, workman compensation reserve have a credit balance. It's a reserve, it's a credit balance. Okay, so and it is created from PL appropriations account. So this workman compensation reserve, first of all we are going to cancel the workman compensation reserve. Workman compensation reserve account will be debited. Workman compensation reserve account will be debited. Okay, by how much amount? By amount of rupees 1 lakh. This amount, this account will be debited, and whatever the claim against this workman compensation, this account will be open. Provision for workman compensation, workman compensation. Is it clear? The liability side workman compensation is this, and claim against this one is this. So rest 60,000 will be transferred to partners capital account. Rest 60,000 will be transferred to partners capital account. So claim for provision for claim account, provision for claim account will be open for 40,000. This much claim is done. This much claim is done at the time of retirement of C, at the time of revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities. So on that time provision for claim is 40. However, in our workman compensation reserve it is 1 lakh. So rest 60,000 will be transferred to this partner, old partners capital account. So A's capital account, B's capital account, and C's capital account as well, because this is created from the previous year profit, from the previous year's profit it is created. So in this amount all the partner have the right as per their which ratio? As per their profit sharing ratio. So old ratio between them is what? 3:2:1. So this amount, the rest amount is 1 lakh minus 40. How much is the rest amount? 1 lakh minus 40,000. So rest amount is how much? 60,000. So this 60,000 will be divided between them. In which ratio? 3:2:1. So this 60,000 will be divided 3/6 means 30,000 to A, 2/6 means 12,000 to B, and 1/6 means 10,000. 3/6 it is 3/6 30, 2/6 it is 20, sorry it is 20, 2/6 20, and 1/6 it is 10,000. 1/6 10,000. So this is what? This is 60. So 60,000 is divided between A, B and C in their old ratio. Okay, in their old ratio. So this entry is clear. The next journal is related to this. Next, workman compensation appear in the books at rupees. Workman compensation in the next question. Next B, workman compensation appear in the balance sheet. In the balance sheet, workman compensation reserve 2 lakhs. Okay, 2 lakhs. When the claim is only 70, claim for workman compensation, claim for workman compensation is 2,75,000 against it. Claim is 2,75,000 and workman compensation reserve is only 2 lakhs. So here what we do, we write the workman compensation 2 lakhs, this will be closed first, and claim amount is more than this reserve amount. So excess amount 75,000 will be transferred to revaluation account. Revaluation account will be transferred to revaluation account. This amount will be transferred to which account? This amount will be transferred, excess amount excess amount of claim will be transferred to revaluation account because liability has increased by 75,000. And you know that when the liability is increased, it will be reflected in the debit side of revaluation account. Loss. It's a loss for the firm. So revaluation account is debit with which amount? With the excess amount of claim against the workman compensation reserve. Our workman compensation reserve is only 2 lakhs. However, claim is 2 lakh 75. So excess claim is how much? 75. This will be transferred to revaluation account because the liability has increased by 75, and thereafter will provision for claim, provision for workman compensation claim account will be credited with this 2,75,000. This entry will do it. Okay, and if you want to do the next entry thereafter related to this, so work revaluation account debit side we have posted this amount. How much amount will posted in the debit side of revaluation account? If I do this entry only, so in the revaluation account will post in the debit side provision for claim for workman compensation claim. How much? We'll write this amount 75. So debit side is more, so credit side is less. So this side is your loss on revaluation, and loss on revaluation transfer to which account? Partners capital account. So it will transfer to A, B and C's capital account. So entry will be A's capital account debit, B's capital account debit, C's capital account debit to revaluation account, because revaluation loss will be transferred to all partners capital account in which ratio? In old ratio, that is 3:2:1. So this 75,000 will be distributed between them in the ratio of 3:2:1. I'm going to do the calculation over here. 3/6. So it is 37,500. 75,000 into 2/6. So it is 25,000. 1/3. 25. Okay. And 75,000 into 1/6. It is 17,500. 37,500, 25,000, and it is 75,000 upon 6. $12,500. So this amount, this is the loss transferred to old partners capital account in their old ratio. So this journal is clear? Yes. Next is related to investment fluctuation reserve. Next is related to investment fluctuation reserve. So investment fluctuation reserve appearing in the balance sheet is 50,000 appearing in the books. Investment fluctuation reserve appear in the books. So which side this will appear? Investment fluctuation reserve will appear which side? Investment fluctuation reserve will appear which side? In the balance sheet, asset side. Yes, or liability side? Which side? Liability side. Investment fluctuation reserve in the liability side. What is the amount? 50,000 appearing in the books. 50,000. When investment market value 1,80,000 appear 2 lakhs. Investment in the balance sheet is 2 lakhs, and at the time of revaluation, market value of investment at the time of revaluation, market value is appearing how much? 1,80,000. So when it is 1,80,000, however investment is 2 lakh in the balance sheet, and at the time of revaluation it is revalued 1,80,000, it means investment is decreased by 20,000. However, we have at this particular fund, we have already created investment fluctuation reserve. So we'll do the adjustment through this reserve. So what we do, we will debit the investment fluctuation reserve. Investment fluctuation reserve will be debited because investment fluctuation reserve have a credit balance. So first of all, we'll debit the investment fluctuation reserve. Okay. By how much amount we'll debit the investment fluctuation reserve? Will be debited by how much amount? This 50,000. 50,000. Market value of investment is 1,80,000. Okay, I have written once again 1,80,000. So investment fluctuation reserve already we have at 50,000. So this fall 20,000 will be adjusted first over here. So adjusted first over here. So we will do the credit investment account. Investment is decreased by 20,000. Investment is decreased. This fluctuation, this fall will be adjusted first from this reserve. This fall in investment will adjusted through this reserve. So investment fluctuation reserve is debit, and this is adjusted 20,000 adjusted against this reserve, and the rest amount will be transferred to partners capital account. A's capital, B's capital, C's capital in their old ratio. So rest amount is how much is the rest amount? 30,000. 50 minus 20, 30. So this 30 will be divided between them in the ratio of 2:3:2:1. This ratio. This ratio is your old ratio. 50 minus 20, difference is 30. So 30,000 into 3 by 6, it is 15,000. 30,000 into 2 by 6, it is 10,000. And 30,000 into 1 by 6, it is 5,000. So this way this amount will be distributed in the ratio of 3:2:1. Okay. So when the investment value decrease, market value of the investment decrease with the book value, so whatever the amount with the investment is decreased, that will be adjusted first from the investment fluctuation reserve, because already we have created investment fluctuation reserve. This reserve is specifically created to adjust the fall in the value of assets, fall in the value of investment. So here the investment has decreased, so this 20,000 will be adjusted against this investment fluctuation reserve, and rest amount as the partner retire. So reconstitution of partnership. So rest amount of investment fluctuation reserve, that is 30,000, will be distributed just like as we distribute the general reserve. So we'll distribute this reserve in their profit sharing ratio, because all the partner have the rights according to their profit sharing ratio. Okay. Next is fourth number is investment fluctuation reserve in the books is 20,000. You see in the balance sheet, investment fluctuation reserve, this is liability side, this is your asset side. Balance sheet, asset side and liability side. Here it has given investment fluctuation reserve is appearing in the books at rupees 20,000. Okay. And this side investment is 2 lakhs. And market value of investment at the time of revaluation of assets and liability, market valuation is how much? Market valuation is 1,20,000 is the market valuation. So here you see that the investment in the balance sheet is 2 lakh and market valuation of investment is 1,20,000. So it is decreased by how much amount? It is decreased by 80,000. However, we have only 20,000 investment fluctuation reserve. So investment fluctuation reserve account will be debited with this 20,000 first. Okay, so fall in the value of investment by 80,000. Book value is 2 lakhs and market value at the time of retirement of that investment is 1,20,000. So investment is decreased by 80,000. So out of 80, 20 will be adjusted from here. Okay, and rest will be transferred to revaluation account. Revaluation account. Revaluation account. 60,000 will be from the revaluation account. Okay, and to investment account. To investment account will be 80,000. Investment is decreased by 80. So investment is decreased by 80. 20,000 will be adjusted through this one, and 60,000 will be transferred to revaluation account because it's a loss. Debit side of revaluation account. As it is a loss of 60,000 is the loss. So what we'll do in the revaluation account, if there is only one single entry, then this will be transferred to partners capital account in their old ratio. So A's capital account debit. This is the entry for the loss on revaluation. A's capital account debit, B's capital account debit, C's capital account debit to revaluation account. This is the entry for transfer of loss on revaluation. So this 60,000 will be transferred to old partners capital account in between them in their old ratio 3:2:1. So 3 by 6 30,000, 2 by 6 20, and 1 by 6 10. So this will be transferred like this. Okay, this is the entry related to investment fluctuation reserve and workman compensation reserve at the time of retirement or death of a partner. Now we'll discuss about how the general reserve, contingency reserve, profit and loss account, debit balance, and other fictitious assets like advertising suspense will be treated when the partner is going to retire. Partner is going to retire. One thing is that one way of treatment is what? We transfer the general reserve or any contingency reserve directly in the credit side of respective partners capital account credit side in their old ratio. Okay, and fictitious assets will be transferred in the debit side of the partners capital account in their old ratio. This is one way of treatment. Okay, that directly we will transfer the suppose general reserve. So general reserve will be transferred in the credit side of partners capital account in all partners including the retiring partners, and suppose a fictitious assets advertising suspense, this will be transferred in the debit side of partners capital account. So in the debit side of partners capital account we will write advertising suspense, and that amount will be transferred to all partners capital account in their old ratio. So this is one of the way. Another treatment method may be without affecting their book value, you do the treatment. It means we want to reflect that account in the revised balance sheet. General reserve will not be closed. We are not going to close the general reserve. We are not going to close the contingency reserve, fictitious asset. That account will be exactly same in the new balance sheet, intact. That account will be intact in the new balance sheet. So in that circumstances, who is the gainer? Or retiring partners capital account will be credited, gainers partners, sacrificed partners capital account will be credited, and the partner who is the gainer, their capital account will be debited. So you see one question, I am giving you one question related A, B, C are partners sharing profit in the ratio of 5:3:2. A, B and C. A, B and C are partners sharing profit 5:3:2. Here B retire. This partner is going to retire. He retires. Okay. So A old ratio is 5:3:2. The new ratio, they have decided that 2:3 is the new ratio. 2:3. A and C is the continuing partner. After the death or after the retirement, the partnership firm will continue. Partnership will be dissolved. That's why we said that it is a reconstitution of partnership. So partnership is reconstituted, partnership firm is reconstituted and continue the business with the profit sharing ratio 2:3. So we'll first of all we will find it out, the gaining ratio, new ratio minus old ratio. You know the formula, new ratio minus old ratio is the gaining ratio. So come to A. A's new ratio is 2/3 and old ratio is 5/10. LCM is how much? 2/5. 2:3 means 2/5 and 5/10. LCM is 10. 4 minus 5, 1/10. So he has not sacrificed because resultant come in negative, so it is sacrifice. He sacrificed. Now come to C, continuing partner C. His new ratio is 3/5 and old ratio is 2/10. This one is the old ratio. LCM is 10. 6 minus 2, 4/10. So he is the gainer. He is gaining. So what we do the treatment? Retiring partner's capital account. B is the retiring partner. His capital account will be credited first. Okay, with his share, and the partner who has sacrificed in the new firm, his account will also be credited. A's capital account will be credited because he has also sacrificed. Only here C is the gainer, so C's capital account will be debit. C's capital account will be debited because C is the only gainer. After the change in profit sharing ratio, C is the gainer, A has sacrificed, so his capital account is also credited. B's capital account is credited because B is going to retire, so we have to compensate B. That's why his account is credited. And who will compensate both of them? C will compensate because C is the gainer. C is the gainer. Okay, his 3/10 share. How is gainer? 3/10 share of B he has taken. 3/10 share, and A has sacrificed 1/10. So total is how much? 4/10. Total is 4/10. So B is the gainer. B is the gainer. So here the general reserve. Now we do the calculation. General reserve given in the question is general reserve. Here it is written that they also decide to record the effect of the following without affecting their book value. It means the book value is not going to affect that. Reserve and contingency reserve, profit and loss, debit balance and advertising suspense will be intact in the new balance sheet, will reflect in the new balance sheet, but you have to do the adjustment. That's why you do the adjustment directly through the partner's capital account. So general reserve is 1,20,000. Contingency reserve is 70,000. So both are the reserve. I added the both reserve 1,90,000, and the two item, that is profit and loss debit and advertising suspense, the both account have a debit balance. So this will be deducted from these two reserve, profit and loss account debit and advertising suspense account. Both have a debit balance. So profit and loss is 30 and advertising suspense is 10. So total 40,000 will be deducted, so that we'll know the net figure. So net figure is net figure or net effect is 1,50,000. These two are credit and these two are debit. So credit minus debit, so net effect is this one. So net effect is 1,50,000 is the net effect. Now net effect is 1,50,000. So 1,50,000 is the net effect. Net effect is 1,50,000 as I have calculated. So B's share is how much in this net effect? B's share is 1,50,000 into 3 by 10. So it is 3 by 10. 1,50,000 into 3 by 10. So it is 45,000. 45. Okay. Now come to C and A. So what we do? We multiplied with 1,50,000 here also. 1,50,000. So 1 by 10 into 1,50,000. So it is 15,000. So 15,000. Okay. And 4 by 10 into 1,50,000. So it is 60,000. It is 60,000. And it is 15,000. Am I right? So this is the journal. We have to do it. If you want to not to change this figure in the new balance sheet, but if you want to change this figure in the new balance sheet, you want to remove this account. You want to remove this account: contingency reserve, general reserve, profit and loss debit, advertising suspense. You want to remove. Then what you do? You transfer directly to the partner's capital account. Reserve will be transferred in the credit side of partner's capital account, credit side, and your fictitious assets and profit and loss account debit balance will be transferred to the debit side of partner's capital account. So one will be transferred in the credit side and one will be transferred in the debit side. Okay. Then on the new balance sheet, this account will not be reflected. This account will be closed. But if you want to do the treatment without affecting their book value, then you do the treatment like this. So narration will be being a general reserve, contingency reserve, profit and loss debit balance and fictitious assets adjusted in the respective partners capital account in their gaining and sacrificing ratio. This will be the narrations.